Hey guys, welcome back. So to start off, I'm going to prime her eyes. I'm using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. This is just going to help make her eyeshadow last a lot longer throughout the day. It's going to make sure it doesn't crease, and it's also going to conceal any discoloration or redness on the eyelid area. You want to make sure that you set your primer so that way when you go in with other colors later on to blend out, everything blends seamlessly. So I am taking the MAC Semi-Sweet x9 palette, and I'm taking that first lighter shade there. It's called Drawing a Blanc. It's basically Blanc type, but it's been discontinued, so I think it's the same color and they might have just thrown it in this new palette. And I'm just using that to set, and then taking the Kylie Royal Peach palette, I'm taking that first shade. I'm not too sure on the name of it, but I'll list everything down below on what colors that I've used. And I'm just taking that as her transition shade all over the crease area. I'm being a little bit messy, not too precise with this, just because I want to go for a smokier kind of look today. I'm going to go ahead and mix these two shades. It's like a reddish brown shade and then a little bit more of like a cooler tone brown. And I'm mixing the two on a denser brush, focusing it on the outer corner of the eye and then blending the rest up into the crease and halfway to the lid. And then I'm going to be taking these two gold shades here. Again, not too sure what the names are, but I will have them all listed in the description box down below. And then I'm just going to pack this on over the lid. I first applied it on the lid just straight from the dry brush. And then I went ahead and decided to spray my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus just to get some intensity in there. So once I did that, I noticed that the eyeshadows came on a lot stronger, and that's exactly what I was looking for. I'm then going to be taking Swiss Chocolate by MAC, applying this again on a denser brush, just focusing on that outer corner there, blending it towards the lid shade and blending those two colors in together. I'm going to prep her eyes for lashes, so I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous. I have my clients look down and I'll hold their lid as I apply their mascara. That way they can blink all they want and it won't, upset their eye or anything. And it makes it easy for you as the artist. And then I'm going to be taking these Kiss lashes. I just bought these at Walgreens. It's a little 5-pack. It was super inexpensive, and I have my client, again, I tilt their head back, have them look straight down. I apply the lash to the center, make sure it's stuck on there, and then I focus adjusting the outer corner and then the inner corner. And you'll see here in a second. Again, all I do is just deposit it to the center of the eyelid, very, very close to the lash line, not directly on it, and then I focus the outer corner and then adjust the inner corner. I'm then going to prep her skin. I'm taking my MAC Fix Plus, spraying it all over her face just to add a little more hydration to the skin because we want this look to be very glowy today. I'm also going to be taking the Lightful Sea Softening Lotion, and I'm going to spray this onto my Morphe sponge and just really push it into the skin, again, just to add a little bit more hydration, some radiance to the skin, some luminosity, and to help refine texture. As for primer, I'm taking the Natural Radiance Primer by MAC. This is in the pink shade, but the pink or yellow, honestly, I feel like there's not a huge difference. I really like this primer because it's hydrating and it's oil controlling, and I feel like it just makes the skin look a lot more youthful and plump. So this is my favorite primer. I use it on pretty much almost every client that I do. And because we want to add a little bit more glow today, I'm taking MAC Strobe Cream. This is in the shade Silverlight. I feel like this is the closest shade to the original Strobe Cream. And I'm just really focusing it on the tops of her cheekbone area, but kind of depositing a little bit of the rest throughout the face as well. So I deposit most of the color toward like the cheekbone, apple of the cheek, and upward, and then just really blending it down towards the rest of the face. And then going in with her foundation, this is Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Ivory. And what I like to do is apply the foundation with a flat foundation brush. I spray my sponge with Fix Plus, gets all over the place, and then I just push it into the skin. So I basically like to paint the product onto the face and then blend it out with the sponge. I feel like applying foundation this way, even on myself, I've been doing this, not just on clients, but I love doing it on myself too. I feel like I just get such a better coverage and a more flawless finish to the skin, and I always feel like I get compliments on my skin every time I do this technique, and every time I do it on somebody, it just looks so amazing and I love it. So for some reason the camera turned off and it didn't record me doing her concealer, but I did NW20 Pro Longwear Concealer under the eye, blended it out, and I set everything with MAC Studio Fix Perfecting Powder, which is the loose powder. And I'm then going to be contouring. I'm using the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. And I'm just going to be taking the little brush that it comes with and just kind of carving out her cheekbone, her forehead area, a little bit along the jawline, and then I'm going to go ahead and go back in with that Studio Fix Perfecting Powder just to really carve out those cheekbones. And the way I do this is I just kind of dip my sponge into the powder and then just kind of outline the bottom and cut wherever I want it to be a little bit more sharp and to accentuate the cheekbone. I'm going to go ahead and add blush. I'm taking Copper Tone Blush by MAC. This is my favorite blush. I use this, again, pretty much almost on every skin tone. It looks so pretty. It's like a peachy, nude, almost bronzy kind of color. I feel like it just looks good on everybody. And I just apply that to the cheeks, ask her to smile. I'll deposit most of the product and just blend it up toward the temple. For highlight, I'm taking Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighting powder. This is my new favorite highlighter that I've been using so much on myself. I can't even begin to tell you. I bought like 2 of them because I know I'm going to run out and I'm going to die without it. And it just looks so pretty. It looks so pretty on her skin. Yeah, that glow. I'm going to go ahead and take Viva Glam 2 lipstick by MAC, and I'm applying this all over the lip. I did sanitize it, just, for reference. So I just deposit this all over her lip, and then I'm going to take Spice Lip Liner, also by MAC, basically outlining her lip just to get a little bit more shape, and then I very lightly take the side of the pencil and just fill in the lip over top of the Viva Glam 2 lipstick. Because I want this look to be a little bit more glossy, just to match the glowiness of the skin, I'm going to be taking the Kylie lip gloss in the shade Literally, and I focus it on the center of the lip, and then I just kind of have her mush her lips together. I don't really know what the word is, but I just kind of have her do that. And then just kind of blend out the product. I go back in with Spice Liner just to add any little touch-ups toward the outer corner of the lip. And then taking the same transition colors that I did on her eyes, I'm going to do the same thing on the lower lash line, and I just take a pencil brush to really blend out the product. And then I'm going to go ahead and define her lower lash line, and I'm using the same mascara. I just have her looking up, and I just apply it to her lower lashes. And I decided to add a little bit of eyeliner. I took a tiny bit of a brown eyeliner. You can use any color. This one's by Rimmel. And then make sure you go ahead and set everything, and you are all done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will be back with some more. I'll see you soon.